Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment, and for a while now, I've sort of let an individual go along and lie about me and constantly talk shit about me and openly say that he goes into other people's DMs to badmouth me. And that individual is my Crybully, TommyC. Now, why do I call him a Crybully? Well, see, recently he did a stream for his good buddy Vito, because apparently defending pedophiles is all the rage now. And, defending defenders of pedophiles is something TommyC apparently has signed up to do. So let's move past that for a second, because as he was doing this, I was live tweeting about his stream because, I just was concerned with the fact that he was being so morally inconsistent. Now, something got said during that stream, and I want to go into how our beef with TommyC started, because there's been a lot of, I was going to say misinformation, but I think it's safer to say flat out lies being told about myself and my co-host Origami, as well as our other friends. But we'll see if I have to keep doing content on this man after this video. So what you see on the screen here is a stream from December 14, 2020. TommyC loses it over pyrocynical criticism. You see, our channel started to experience a bit of growth because we were covering the pyrocynical situation. We put out a video after doing a live stream, and TommyC decided to call us out. And we only had, I think it actually shows it here, about 1,500 subs at the time. But let me just play us from a little over a year ago when I was fluffy and dapper.
This is how this shit started, okay?
I hate that shit. It splits the conversation so much.
I know, it's so annoying. Turkey Tom swings and misses again. Pyrocynical is still innocent.
Yeah, so again, TommyC calling us out. We had like 1,500 subscribers over our coverage on Pyrocynical. We didn't call him out. We didn't start this shit. He started it with us.
Sorry. It's true.
It is true, buddy.
And then he points.
Now, as you can see, after he called us out, Origami had replied to him that the sub-loss argument is ridiculous. And Tommy, had a bit of a back and forth with Aura. Now, my back and forth with Tommy was different because we just do not get along. As you can see, this was basically the tweet that sort of like set everything off, because after I sent this to Tommy, I got blocked by Tommy, and he posted a video on Twitter that was like to all the Pyrocynical fanboys, I believe, and it's where he went on to say that essentially he said the arguments that we had made were bullshit, and that Pyrocynical was flying out a 15-year-old boy to fuck him. Now, Tommy then had to walk all of that back. So just to summarize this interaction, when we had 1,500 subscribers, because we had a popular video that was not in line with the commentary community on Pyrocynical, TommyC decided he was going to call us out. We then brought our criticisms directly to TommyC's face. He responded by talking way past our points and then went to block us on Twitter. That's the interaction. You can see the tweets. They were saved because we had live streamed about this situation, because we were a very small channel at the time. And let's go into how Tommy describes this interaction. My Crybully.
Christ. Yeah, January 6th. January 6th was a Holocaust. How about that, you douchebag?
I don't even know why he said that, but I just thought I'd include it because he said it.
What's the best way to deal with leeches? Stay away from them and call them out when they fucking start leeching. And crows can't even leech right. I mean, the master is Alex. Alex becomes friends with you and fucking either dips on you or fucking starts a drama with you. You're not that even good at it. It's so transparent. You can see it coming from a mile away. And by the way, more people agree with me. I had no problems with them. They asked me to do an interview, and I'm pretty good with that shit. I went on there and did it. And I didn't even know this. They'd been bad-mouthing me for months with the pirate, which they couldn't get any ground on either. And they didn't even have the balls to confront me on what they were fucking saying.
Okay, so you already saw that everything that he just said was absolute fucking bullshit. We did bring our criticisms directly to his face. His response was to block to block us, and he was the one who started by calling us out. I don't really get how he's going to claim that, you know, he didn't know he didn't know that we had been criticizing him. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And you know, we invited him onto our show. I was still blocked at the time that we had invited him on. The invite was done through I believe Matt and one of our friends. So I mean, dude, this like, I figured we were burying the hatchet when we did that live stream, because it was about a completely different subject that we were in agreement on. And instead, what you have done is not only lie about how our interactions even started, but you're turning around us extending the olive branch as like this sneaky and underhanded move because you're that much of a piece of shit and an absolute degenerate. But let's cover one more thing that you said there about not gaining any sort of traction when we criticized people on the Pyrocynical thing. Let's see what you said on Augie's stream, where you were also shit talking us. But let's just play it.
Hear me out. I'm not saying that any of your points aren't valid or anything like that. This is a completely different thing. You got to understand something about this crew. The only time they ever got any mileage, I'm going to strictly talk about this from an optical point of view. The only time they ever got any mileage off of was during the pyro thing, which was admittedly probably handled wrong by a lot of good portion of the commentary community, including myself.
Sure. So just to be clear, he said it himself. Commentary community got the Pyrocynical coverage wrong. We gained traction on it. I don't necessarily care about the traction part of it. Just that he acknowledges that their coverage on Pyrocynical was wrong, and they were the ones who had to walk their shit back, not me, not my crew. But there's a couple other things that were said there that I do want to address just very quickly. First, this is our channel, sorted by the most popular views, and you can definitely see the Pyrocynical video right over here, and this one right over here. But you can kind of see something else. Call Me Carson, Predator Poachers, which is more of a one-off, but Louis Caliber and Ohmwrecker have certainly been bigger for our channel than the Pyrocynical stuff. The thing is, the commentary community sort of turned a blind eye to what was going on with Ohmwrecker and Louis Caliber for the most part. And I mean, one of the things I'm actually kind of proud of doing this, we're able to discover that Ohmwrecker was in a group with prison mate Luke and several of Louis Caliber's exes, where they were conspiring to cancel Louis with clearly fake evidence. But we caught them in many lies as well. So I'm glad that we did all of that, and that was much more important than our coverage on Pyrocynical ever was. And I just want to make that very clear. While I'm happy with the coverage we did on Pyrocynical, what's more important was the coverage that we did with Ohmwrecker, Louis Caliber, and H2O Delirious. And as far as this idea that we will just follow the popular opinion and the trends, mind you, when we started with the Pyrocynical thing, we were completely against the trend. But I'm just going to go back to the oldest content on this channel, which admittedly is awful. It's outright awful, and you shouldn't watch it. It's got terrible audio. But as you can see here, 2 years ago, we were doing content about Vic Mignogna. Vic Mignogna was a voice actor for Funimation who had several claims levied against him, none of which were ever proven. However, it was enough to get him canceled from many of his voice acting roles. This is just who we are. We cover people that get accused, and we go over the evidence that is presented against them. And we were doing political shit, which was awful. I'm going away from this, but I just wanted to make that very clear. Our stances on things have been consistent from day one, and it hasn't changed. I can understand younger people not being able to grasp their heads around things like being morally consistent, but I would figure TommyC for a former veteran. But I would figure TommyC for being a veteran specifically to understand how important it is to have moral integrity and stick by it, and also how important it is not to lie about people. So this is the final thing I wanted to end on. I will absolutely criticize TommyC, and I will continue to criticize TommyC when he is lying about us, when he is lying about our friends, and just generally when he's being blatantly dishonest, and I think it's worthy of coverage. However, I will also defend TommyC when I feel that he is being unjustly attacked, like when somebody was filing false DMCA claims against his channel, and even when RS Glory and Gold just randomly attacked Tommy from seemingly out of nowhere. And I will hold that same standard to everybody within the commentary community and any community for that matter. And if that's something that you cannot handle, I'm sorry. I really am. But I'm definitely not going to stop. And to be clear, you going around and openly admitting that you're talking shit about me behind my back to other YouTubers, specifically to discredit me, that's only going to make me point and laugh at you even fucking more. So stop it, knock it off, be a fucking man. If you have a problem with me, you're more than welcome to come on my channel, and just like last time, we can have a polite conversation.